What's up, guys? It's Kevin Mano out here on the balcony at MYfm with Freya Writings. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So you just did James Corden's show last night.
Yes.
Here in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Was that your US TV debut?
Completely. It was quite.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Quite surreal.
Yeah. Who were the other guests on the show?
Claire Foy and Andy McDowell, who I love.
Did you get to meet them?
Yeah.
Very
I love
cool.
The Crown, so I was like.
Did you watch the performance as soon as you were done? How does that go? Did you
No,
watch
I
it
haven't.
at all?
I haven't actually seen it.
Did you feel good about it in the
Yeah,
in the moment?
it felt really. Yeah, it
That's
was incredible
awesome.
people on the show. They were really lovely.
Well, congratulations. I love James Corden. He's a big fan of yours. He was tweeting about you even like before you were booked for the show and
I
stuff.
know. I thought he knew my dad because they used to be in TV shows like literally 20 years ago, and apparently he didn't know it was me. Like, because I met him when I was 4.
Oh.
So he was like, "Oh, I didn't know it was you." And I was
So
like,
he tweeted out the link to your song
Before
before
he
he
knew.
knew the connection with your dad.
Yeah.
And of course, he mentioned it last night. I'll mention it now. Guys, I have a daughter. She's 2.5 years old.
Oh,
She
really?
likes Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
And your dad voices.
He's the voice of Daddy Pig.
So that's Peppa's dad.
Yes.
So you and Peppa Pig have the same dad, essentially.
Basically, yeah, exactly the same. He sounds exactly like that, so yeah.
Really? That's his regular voice, not putting on a voice
No,
or anything?
that's his
him?
voice.
Cool. That's awesome. So this is a big year for you.
It's been like a whirlwind of 2019 and it's only been
It's
like
only-
a few weeks.
I know. We're a couple weeks in. Your album is coming out when?
May the 31st.
Okay. Is that everywhere or here in the U.S.? It's
Yeah, the whole world.
everywhere all at once. What can we expect from this album?
I'm really excited because I've been writing since I was really young, so it's kind of like it spans. Like there are songs that I started 9 years ago, and there are songs that I started just before we recorded it.
Sure.
It's like everything I ever imagined it to be when I was sitting on my own at the piano. Like we've got gospel choirs and we've got like incredible string quartets and my absolute producing heroes have worked on it. So
That's awesome.
I'm really lucky.
Good for you. So how does that happen over the course of the 9 years or however long you've been doing it? I mean,
Yeah.
what were the steps to get here? Were you discovered one day by somebody huge? Or?
Well, I've been playing shows gigs around London since I was 13, and I've
Yeah.
been writing my own songs, and it felt like the thing that I was always I always wanted to do, but you never know what's going to happen. It's such an unpredictable thing. My dad always taught me that it's to have a creative career, you have to sacrifice a lot and give
Sure.
it everything, and there's still no chance that anything might happen. But it was a friend from school sent my demo to the indie label where he was interning at,
Yeah.
and something clicked, and they were so lovely and accepting of who I really was and the music that I made, and it's just
That's
it's
great.
gone a bit crazy.
I even saw you put something on social media about it was a picture of you playing Lost Without You 3 years ago at an open mic night. Or
yeah.
something.
I almost wasn't going to post that, but then I realized I think people think there's this sort of disconnect. One day you're just doing this and then everything changes, and it's a slow building process, and it's real people who turn up to shows and who tweet and
For
who
sure.
they just give so much that I wanted to show them that it's because of them that this is happening.
That's
now.
a good message. Was that a brand new song at the time?
Yeah.
So you had just written it and you're like, I'm going to go take this to an open mic night and see
Yeah.
how it goes.
It's one of those things when you play ballads at an open mic night in a pub in London, they're like, oh my God, play something faster. And so I was always
Yeah.
sorry. But
Well,
now
did you
I look
know
back,
from the beginning of that song, from the, right when you wrote it and played it for the first time, did you know there was something there?
it definitely felt more emotional than some of the other songs I'd written, but I always get quite emotional when I'm writing because it's normally I have to be in quite a sort of lonely place to sort of feel those things and write those songs. So looking back now, it seems so long ago, but I still, every time I play it, kind of brings it back.
Oh, that's awesome. And now you're doing a sold-out show at the Troubadour?
Yeah, tonight.
That's pretty awesome.
I'm so excited.
Sold out in New York as well, sold-out show,
yeah,
right?
we're flying to New York straight after the show because we're going to do another show. So
Have you done shows in the U.S. before this?
A couple. I played Hotel Cafe last time.
Okay.
And it was just incredible to have the response on the other side of the world. LA almost feels like a second home now because we've come so much over
good.
the last year and a half, and it's we have so many friends here, and it's just lovely to see everyone, and the Troubadour is such a legendary.
Sure. It's my favorite venue in the city, for
yeah.
sure.
It's so much history in those walls that I'm so honored to
Well,
be
now you
playing
have
there.
one more friend here in Los Angeles.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you for being here. I was talking to my music director. I'll let you go in a second because I know it's cold out here and you have a million things to do.
That's
But we were talking, Brandon and I were talking about you being here, and this feels a little bit like years ago before we blew up when I stood right here with Sam Smith, right before everything went crazy for Sam Smith, and
I
now he's
love
Sam
him.
Smith. So this sort of has a similar vibe to us, and I want you to take that as a compliment.
That's a huge compliment.
Are
Thank
you ready
so
for your
much.
life to get nuts? Because it might.
I mean, I really can't see how it could get any better than this, so I'm just very, very grateful. Every day I'm just I'm just so grateful.